We had J.J. Goldberg on Democracy Now! Debating Ali Abounim of Electronic Intifada. J.J. Goldberg is with The Forward in July. This was a few weeks into the Israeli assault. Ali asked him if he'd been to Gaza, and J.J. responded, "No, I would be shot if I went to Gaza."
Right.
You're an American Jew, an American Jewish reporter in Gaza. Talk about your experience there. You actually tweeted about what J.J. Goldberg said.
I did, but I actually don't know if J.J. Goldberg is an Israeli citizen, in which case he would not be allowed to enter Gaza. He is a former sniper for the Israeli border police. So another foreign fighter for JSIL, who's now part of the American mainstream media. And you know, I found you have to watch this debate. This is one of the most incredible moments of political theater that I've seen in a long time. It's a total smackdown. And J.J. Goldberg, I found it really satisfying because J.J. had attacked my book. I thought he smeared me, and he sort of fabricated quotes by me, or doctored quotes that I delivered at a talk at the University of Pennsylvania to suggest that I was calling for the expulsion of all Israeli Jews. So, you know, I was satisfied to see the smackdown. But, you know, as far as his suggestion that if Jews go to Gaza, they will be shot on sight, I can tell you that towards the end of my trip there, after the ceasefire, my roommates were Jessie Rosenberg and Dan Cohen in Gaza City. So we were thinking of putting up a sign like the law offices of Blumenthal, Cohen, and Rosenfeld. And, you know, they accompanied me to Hamas press conferences. We went to the Al-Qassam Brigade's victory celebration in the rubble of Shuja'iyya, and nobody really cares that we're Jewish. However, you know, and so there really is no threat. The worst thing that happened to me, as I said, was the attempt at forcing me to have an overdose of sugar. Because everywhere I went, in the rubble, in Gaza City and elsewhere, people continually handed me candy and grapes and popsicles and cold water, often as they were describing the massacre of their families. I've never seen so much character in my life. It put everything in perspective for me, and I think it made me a better person to see people behave that way after going through this interminable cavalry. Finally, it has to be acknowledged that the Arab world is the chief vehicle for anti-Semitism, and it is a reaction against Zionism. It can't be defended, but it has to be understood in context. The state of Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu and its leadership claim to speak on behalf of all the world's Jews while they are conducting these periodic slaughters in the Gaza Strip, while they are abusing people and occupying people. And people in the Gaza Strip don't know any other Jews but them. That's a problem. It has to be ameliorated. I've said again and again that the Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, ISIL, which claims to represent the true Islam, is inspiring Islamophobia, just as the Jewish state in Israel and the Levant, or JSIL, which claims to speak on behalf of world Jewry, is inspiring anti-Semitism. Both have to be taken on if we're to seriously take on Islamophobia and anti-Semitism, which are two sides of the same coin.